Hello, welcome to Neuburg International School Gymnasium's native speaker Boccaccio project, where we tell stories in this time of quarantine. Look for a new story every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. My name is Spencer Gibson, and this story is from someone in the class 4C. It is called The Phoenix. In the great universe, there's a tiny planet. An old phoenix was living there in an old tree. But this phoenix wasn't happy. So he went to the wise owl and asked, Why am I living? I'm not happy. My life is pointless. I have no friends, no family. Why am I alive? The owl was quiet, speechless. Never had anyone before asked her what the sense, purpose of life is. The sad phoenix walked back to his tree. That made the owl think about life. What's the point? 3 days. After 3 days, the phoenix came back and asked again. This time, the owl had an answer. Collect sun rays. So the phoenix did it. Every day, the birds sat outside and collected sun rays. Some birds came asking, What are you doing? Every time the phoenix said, I'm collecting sunlight. The birds never understood, but they left him alone. Days passed. The phoenix tried to be happy, but couldn't. So he went back to the owl and asked again. This time the owl said, Collect colors. The phoenix went back. He sat under the tree and collected green, blue, red, yellow. Other birds passed by but didn't speak to him. The sun rose, the sun went down. Days later, the phoenix tried to be happy but couldn't. So he went back to the owl and asked again. The owl smiled and said, Now collect the laughter. Every day, the phoenix sat outside and watched little birds playing. They smiled. They laughed. The winter came. All birds met in a huge tree. It was cold. It was dark. Nobody laughed. After days, the first birds started to cry. They had eaten all the food. The phoenix saw that they were all unhappy. He didn't want that. He wanted them to smile, to laugh. He thought of the owl. The owl could help. Only the owl? No. That was the point where he realized what the owl had wanted to show him. He coughed slightly and began to speak. Dear birds, as you know, I spent a long time collecting things. My story is I wasn't happy for too long. So I went to the owl. I was told to collect. I was confused, but I did it. Now I know why I've done that. Close your eyes. Think about the sun, the warmth, the light. Can you feel the sun rays shining on your feathers? Now think of the colors, how bright and shiny they are. Blue, yellow, green, red. What color does the rainbow have? Don't say it, just think about it. What color do you have? Which part of light do you reflect? In what color are you shining? Now laugh. Remember the kids playing outside, laughing. Remember what makes you happy. There it was, the answer to his question. Why was he unhappy? He just couldn't remember what it was like to be happy. Then he remembered how to shine, and he opened his eyes. A tear ran out down his cheek. Every bird was shining. He saw all colors of the rainbow. The birds smiled at him. They thanked him for bringing them back to happiness. Only the phoenix knew that it was the other way around. The old phoenix smiled. It wasn't a fake smile. It was true. He laughed and said, "I love this planet. Sometimes it's difficult here. Sometimes it feels unreal that we have to leave. I found my happiness here. I'm grateful. But I have to leave with a smile on my face." Then he turned brighter and brighter, and suddenly he burst into flames. All that was left over was a handful of ash. What's this planet called? Life. That's the end. Thank you to the person who submitted that story. It's a great fable to start off our stories here at the Boccaccio Project. Please come back 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. If you want to send in other stories, please do. The email address is boccaccioproject@gmail.com. We encourage you to write whatever you care to write about. Please, however, do take your audience into account. You are writing to us. We are teachers. These stories are read to other students. Please, just be careful. Be careful to keep the stories appropriate. If we don't think that they're appropriate, or if they're too dark, we reserve the right to not read them. But we encourage you to send in whatever you come up with. See you next time. Goodbye.